What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Diecast. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Shout out to all of our returning viewers and subscribers. Thank you. And welcome to any first-time viewers or new subscribers to the channel. Welcome. Today, set up at Tiny Cars, we have some RWBs in the parking lot. So we have like a Silver Pig livery. Over here, this is a Timothy and Pierre 993 RWB. And then over here, we have the Frost White Ignition Model 993 RWB. We also have Nakai on scene with his daughter. So that's going to lead us into today's video, which is... boom. Tarmac Works Student Driver RWB 993. This is the Rough Rhythm from Fuel Fest. So let's go ahead and get this out of the package, take a closer look, and then we'll get a little bit more of an explanation about what we know about this car. Boom. There it is. This is pretty sick. Super nice. So this is going to be a Tarmac Works Hobby 64. So I do expect this to roll. Oh, look at that. Did not know this car had two different wheels on each side. So we've got like some gold face with the black lip Workmeisters on this side. Crazy. Did not know this. 911 license plate. That's sick. And black face with the green lip on this side. So interesting. So Student Driver is also a collab on this. So Student Driver is owned by Sung Kang and Daniel Wu. Sung Kang is the actor who plays Han in Fast and Furious. Sung Kang was apparently a passenger in this car at Fuel Fest. I'm not sure if it was 2022 or 2023. The information that I could find, that was the significance of this car, is he went for a ride in this car at Fuel Fest, and then collabed with Tarmac. Tarmac has done a couple other of the Student Driver releases as well. So based upon that, that's him and Daniel Wu's brand, and I guess they're going to be doing some collabs with Tarmac Works based upon either their personal cars or cars that they've ridden in or seen at certain events or venues, whatever. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at this one. So right off the bat, that green paint is really beautiful, to be honest with you. Like, really nice. The rivets are painted. They're not indented, but they are painted silver, so you can see the differentiation on them there. Side marker here, gas cap detail looks really good. The wheels on this side, honestly, they make them look a little bit better on the packaging, but yeah, I don't know. They're not the worst, but they're not the greatest either. But again, I do expect this one to be a roller, being a Hobby 64. You do get your Student Driver logo / branding here on the driver's door. Rough Rhythm, which would be the name of the car, down here on the rocker panel. Canard here on the side. Over fenders for the rear. Again, your rivets are painted. Interior doesn't look too crazy. I do see some green down in there. So, okay, so they did give it some harnesses with the buckle there. Does look like it has race seats. So it looks like a Recaro written on the race seat right there. And I do see like a little bit of a cage back here as well. So that's pretty sick. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rear. RWB branding here on the underside of the rear spoiler. You do get the Student Driver sticker there, as well as a bunch of other decals and stickers underneath the spoiler, so that's really sick. Great detail on that. You got the 2-tier RWB classic spoiler with the upper, Lens taillights look amazing. Fitment looks great. Maybe a little bit of glue right there. But all in all, they look awesome. Really, really sick. You've got your 911 plate, so that's really dope. Japanese plate with the 911. Of course, this is a Porsche 911 993 body style. Exhaust detail looks pretty decent. Just two little pipes coming out. Black in the middle, a little bit of depth. This is not, actually it is, so it is cut out. So that's sick there. Great detail. Move around to this side, you do get the gold face Workmeisters with the black lip, which I think has a better looking wheel on this car. But all in all, I was unaware that one side was this and the other side was the green. So that was a pleasant surprise. Also, apparently, from what I read, and I forgot to even check this, apparently there's 100 of these that were signed underneath by Sung Kang himself, and they were put out into distribution. So I read that when I was looking up the car. I tried to find out more about the car itself, but all I kept finding were articles on the actual Tarmac model and not the car itself. So let's go ahead and take a look at our base and see if we got one. Boom, nothing. So if you guys did get one of these, make sure you check your base, because apparently, according to the website that I read from, apparently 100 of these were signed by Sung Kang himself and put into distribution. So double check that. I noticed this venting as well. Really good detail on that in the back there. I wish this venting was a little bit nicer. These are open vents for air, and it's just like kind of painted black, a little bit of indentation, nothing too crazy. Do get rigid mirrors on this casting, so super nice there. There's a better shot of that Recaro seat, better shot of the cage right there as well. No reflective on the mirrors, so that's kind of, oh no, there is reflective, sorry. I guess it was just reflecting the green. But yeah, so that's really sick. Door handle detail, nothing, not that great. It's just kind of like a blob. They didn't do any cutouts or anything special. But the Global 64 and Hobby 64 lines are definitely not as detailed as the regular Tarmac lines. And I have a couple of those here that we'll look at before we go off camera. So we'll move around to the front. Again, 911 license plate looks amazing. Tow hook here in the front and the middle. Porsche badge there in the middle of the hood. Lensed up headlights look perfect. I don't see any glue marks or fitment issues, so that's super dope. A little bit of indentation there for venting. Windshield washer nozzles here and here. Windshield wiper detail looks really good. RWB raw welt windshield banner. Mine looks to be a little bit crooked, which is unfortunate, but still, this is like a finishing touch that he uses on all cars. We'll go back to the front. You have that classic like flexible, like foldable front style lip. Canards on here, and it looks like the turn signals might be painted black. But all in all, really, really good. Great detail. Paint looks great. So let's get this off the base, do our roll test, and then we'll take a look at our other two models that we have in the back, as well as a couple other Tarmacs that we have that are still in cases. All right, so here it is off the base. Unfortunately, this one does not roll. This is one of the first Hobby 64s that I've had that don't actually roll. And maybe it's just because it's the RWB with these beefy tires. But yeah, unfortunately, this does not roll. So no biggie, like not a huge deal. My other two RWBs don't roll either. So there's that exhaust detail too. Let's go ahead and take a look and compare this one first to the Timothy and Pierre. To be honest with you, there's not going to be much of a comparison. The Timothy and Pierre is going to be head and shoulders above it. No disappointment there. But just look at the emblems on the hood there. See how this one's like flush and nice and clean. This one's raised with some paint defects around it. Headlight detail looks amazing on the Timothy and Pierre. Take a look on the side. Again, just everything is more crisp. Door handle detail isn't that great on the Timothy and Pierre. This is a resin model as well, so this is crazy light. But both have the canards up front. Again, the Timothy and Pierre is much more sharp. Lens in the front bumper there, much more sharp on the Timothy. Take a look at the rears. Tail lights look much better on the Timothy and Pierre. Exhaust detail looks better on that one as well. Wider wheels, it looks like, and maybe even like a wider body, to be honest with you. So, and there it looks like it's like more flat, like a regular RWB is, whereas this one kind of like angles down. So yeah, I definitely think this model is amazing. Great model. So yeah, if you guys are interested, this is probably the highest price point of the RWBs that I have. And then next in line would be the ignition. So boom, the ignition is also going to be head and shoulders above. This one is diecast, so it's definitely heavier. It is a plastic-based diecast. No crazy exhaust detail on the ignition model, but the details are just crazy on the ignition versus this Tarmac. Just absolutely raw. So you could tell front bumper is a little bit different. That might have to do with maybe like the year of 993 that this was, but both of them are going to be 993s. You do get the rivet detail on the ignition where they're actually indented. No paint to differentiate them, but they are indented. Door handle detail looks better on that one. Canard detail looks better on the ignition. Interior is going to look nicer on the ignition. The banner is going to be more clean and straight. And then we'll take a look at the rears. Taillights definitely better. And again, this one, how it's more flat, how the fenders come out, whereas that one's more slanted down. So you could just tell, and it's much wider too. You can even see the difference in width. So crazy. Wheel detail on this one is amazing. Like the black face BBS with the chrome lip is just outrageous. Boom. So we'll take a quick look at these other two Tarmacs that I have. These are going to be regular Tarmac models of RWBs. Boom. So first up, we have this one. It is, I don't know the name of this one. It's just labeled as a special edition on the base there. But yeah, the white with the red RWB stripe, white lettering. The crazy deep Workmeisters on the rear there are just insane. Red face, polished lip, idlers on the tires. These things are sick. I don't know why. These are on display with my 143rd RWBs, and those are still on bases with the acrylics on them. So I just never took these 164s off. Look at that paint flake in there. 2021. Insane, guys. Insane. Craziness. RWB print right there on the duckbill. So super sick. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at the other one I got. Boom, this is the Tiffany. So labeled there on the base, another RWB 964. Tiffany down there on the rocker panel. Rivets are accented on this one as well. Some more decals underneath the mirror there. Door handle paint, at least on this one. Racing harnesses there on the inside, so super sick on that. But Tiffany painted cage down in there. This one's right-hand drive as well. I never noticed that. Look at that, right-hand drive. So RWB banner up top. This one is gangster. Taillights look great. Rain art design. Premier automotive styling performance. Must be who this shop that this car was built for. Rear windshield detail there as well. Sick. Guys, let me know down in the comments what you thought about the rough rhythm that we reviewed today. Also, let me know what you thought about the rest of the RWBs. Are RWBs a casting that you collect? Do you collect different manufacturers, or do you stick to one brand? I know of a couple people out there. Sammy at 713 is in the process and on the mission to collect all of the Tarmac 164 RWBs, which is a tall task, a very tall task. But that car is made by so many different brands in 164. So let me know down in the comments which one you're mostly after. And yeah, we're going to keep it moving. So thank you guys once again for tuning in. Much appreciated. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that like button. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you very soon on the next one. One love.